Klotz also 13.54 performer. But it is Frličková. What a great start from the Slovak athlete. And the crowd absolutely roaring her down the home straight of this SMP Dukla Stadium. 5 meters in it between her and Kinga. Look at that time. Unbelievable. 12.87 for Frličková. That is a European under-18 best by over a tenth of a second. Unbelievable, helped by absolutely perfect wind conditions of plus 2.0 meters per second. Oh, what a tremendous performance. I'll have to say that is the performance of the day so far, and we've seen many, many hours of magnificent athletics here on this first of 4 days. Frličková, Slovakia expected, and she delivered.
Well, how on earth does she follow that in the semis and in the final? She was under huge pressure. The Slovakians are pinning so many hopes on her shoulders. Brilliant from start to finish. She's in the centre of your picture. Fabulously economic over the barriers. No wasted height whatsoever. King had run well on the inside. It was a plus 2.0 metre tailwind. Doesn't matter, it was legal. It's a record, and she's taken a crown and a time that belongs to Serena Samba-Maela, who is a candidate for the gold medal in her home Olympics in less than 2 weeks' time. In mighty footsteps, this young woman is daring to tread, and surely, barring a fall, she's going to be in pole position for a gold come the final. That was magnificent.
And I'll tell you what, I'm just looking at that time from Samba-Maela, which was set back in 2017. But that was at altitude in Kenya, and she's beaten it by over a tenth of a second, 12.86. And I'm scrabbling around for the world list. She must be very close to the top of the world list. What a fantastic performance. Behind her, Oksong Kingwe, 13.46 personal best.
Toby Wright is in the centre of your picture. He's got away well, but what about that on the near side? Running brilliantly is Konso, and it's Konso, the decathlon specialist. Konso takes it in second place. Toby Wright, Zeman on the far side. And there was a real shame for Franzini because the Belgian was running brilliantly there, but he started clattering the barriers, and that cost him an automatic place. Konso was magnificent there, 13.34. He's absolutely torn a shred.
Interesting. But Escalona in lane one is out very quickly. So too Döring at this stage. Döring running well, but Escalona much cleaner hurdling. Looking good, Koptic as well. The Czechia runner has come through very strongly. Escalona, 13.36.
Escalona ran 13.34 despite brushing the last two barriers. Boom, that's what it meant.
What a superb performance there from Kyan Daniel Duffy Escalona, to give him his full name. 13.34.
They're cleanly away. There's a big roar from the French in the stadium, and Domergue on the far left has got away well. He's streaking away from the field. Norsel trying to run well on the far side. Watch the clock, this is quick. Can you believe it? 13.34. It's a hat-trick. What a set of semi-finals to come. That looked very, very impressive.
Just remember this mark, 13.12. That could be under threat, let alone the championship best of 13.19, which has stood since 2018 to Britain's Sam Bennett. Domergue, it's just getting faster and faster.
So Vajonen, a little slowly away actually, coming under pressure from Thea Brown. This is an excellent run by Brown. Now Vajonen beginning to close her down. Vajonen from Brown, 13.13. Fantastic. That is a lifetime best, and it will be, I suspect, for Brown as well, who was leading for much of that heat. Rounded down to 13.12, and that is 1,106 points. That's a fantastic performance from Vajonen. I thought it was a PB for Brown, and it is a big one by over 0.2 of a second. Brown very nearly had that. Vajonen might not have this competition all her own way. That was a great race.
Vajonen away a little bit slowly. She takes a little bit of time getting into her running, and at this stage Brown is streaking away. But we're 4 hurdles into the race, and then Vajonen starting to motor, those long legs eating up the ground. And that takes her to a European under-18 heptathlon best and a world lead over these youth barriers.
What a great race that was. Thea Brown, well, she said that she finds the higher barriers easier to deal with. You wouldn't know it from the quality of this run. Only just pipped by Vajonen, who, as Phil just said, needed a European age group best in the heptathlon to take it. Absolutely fantastic from the flying Finn and the really determined Briton. Thea Brown, what kind of lead can she establish over the flying Finn, who bowed out at 154?
Well, personal best of 184, but 187. That is an absolutely magnificent jump from the young Briton from Manchester. Oh, big personal best there. So there's the summary after 2 of the 7 events. Thea Brown, 2,164 points.
They're away, and what an eagerly anticipated 200 metres. Brown is already closing the gap on Runborg, but the other Swede, Olsen, is flying. Olsen from Brown, and Vajonen's got some ground to make up here. Olsen's running brilliantly. Brown trying to come. Vajonen's closing the gap on Thea Brown. Olsen from Vajonen, good run, 23.67. Excellent running from the top 3.
A really superb run for Olsen, and that sort of time, that scrubs up pretty well against specialist sprinters. It does indeed, and coming through very strongly. Well, she really is a gritty competitor, Enni Vajonen, coming through so strongly in that final heat. Well, just look at that. Thea Brown hanging on to the top position, just over 100 points ahead of Enni Vajonen, who's moved back up into second place and battling away.
Miia Ott would be expected to start well, and she has done. Now, can she keep it going? She's absolutely flying on the far side in lane 2. She's answering the question. Dimitrova was in the hot seat for second, but she's been run down by Bocker of Germany. 11:44. Yes, all of a sudden, when she needed to, she has delivered. It hasn't been an easy season for Miia Ott. She was absolutely explosive out of the blocks, miles clear of Bocker. I thought it was going to be Dimitrova to take second, but in fact the German, as I said, came through with 11:85. 11:44. She's absolutely over the moon and relieved with that. Dimitrova takes third in 11:91, but they were miles behind the Estonian. That is more like it from Miia Ott. The fastest time for a European of this age this year, 11:44, massive PB for Miia Ott. Bocker second, Dimitrova third, and Venolf just hanging on to fourth ahead of Arazola. They're away first time. Velichkova is into her running. This is the message she wanted to send to everyone else, and it's better from Anna Chile as well. Velichkova from Anna Chile, and it's Kasparak of Poland who's third. 11:48. That was more impressive from the Bulgarian. Radina Velichkova with a national age group record. Anna Chile takes second. Kasparak does indeed complete the top 3, but she'll have to wait and see whether 11:82 is good enough.
And Ott away quickly. She's away very well. Laperal into her running as well. Ott's now starting to pull away just ever so slightly, but she's being challenged by the tall, long-striding Frenchwoman. That went to form. Ott, Laperal. Not quite as quick as this morning's heat in the case of the two women, but they won't mind. They're through to tomorrow night's final. Ott confirmed 11.54, Laperal 11.58. Laperal just 300ths outside of that personal best that she set in the heat.
You could sense the tension as the gun went. It's a big opportunity, fairly even at the moment. Good start though from Desir, and look at this from Stepaniuk. Stepaniuk's going to take it from Desir. They are the two qualifiers. 11.62, just a shade outside her lifetime best. In fact, it's been rounded down. 11.61. Really good run by the Ukrainian. Great running by Stepaniuk. Just 100th outside her PB. Nel Desir has never run that fast, and she's rewarded with a place in the final.
Well, Masta had a very indifferent start there. Instead, it was Mäkitalo, the Finn, and Palo who were doing well. But now Masta coming through very strongly over the final 40 metres. Mäkitalo followed home by Palo. Those are the two automatic qualifiers from the first men's 100 metres semi-final. And look what it means to Francis Palo. I think that's a personal best for the Italian.
They're away first time, and this is a brilliant chance for somebody in this one. And Sykes has got out really well here. Remember, it's only the top two. It's going to be very, very close on the line. Oh, Sykes, I think, has got there. 10.67. It might have been Begum for second, but it was very, very close. Sykes has been rounded down to 10.65. That's a new lifetime best. Ben Sykes with a well-timed lifetime best, and Ashik Begum continues his form. Both of them will be in the final.
Spain. The third and final men's 100 metres semi. And Ajayi gets away very quickly indeed. Kemminer slightly left in his blocks, but now the tall German getting into his running. He's got past the Briton. Ajayi hanging on though for second. Kemminer no doubt at all. 10.43 unofficially for the German. Confirmation. Kemminer, 10.42, takes that semi-final win. Ajayi equals his best, 10.56.
In a way, it's a good lane for Anastasia Kus. She has no option but to go out hard. Third from the inside. Kapac of Croatia running well, and Schranz of Switzerland now beginning to close her down. No move yet from Kus. She's on the extreme left of picture. Schranz of Switzerland has gone off hard. Now she's perhaps beginning to tire just a fraction. Kus is already looking around. She's halfway round that top bend, controlling the race from the outside, which is so hard to do. Fontulaki of Greece trying to come into the mix, and on the inside the crowd going wild for Gomurska, who's desperate to finish in the top four, the Slovakian home hope. Kus is streaking away here. Kus by a country mile, 53.6. Brilliant second place for Gomurska, and Fontulaki second from the outside, taking third.
Kus came in here as the favourite, and I think she's consolidated that role with this run. It was an absolutely magnificent run from the outset, from the pole.